What's up, guys? We're at Ecofana Creek.
Yep.
I'm with the walking legend, who you guys know from the legendary Bellamy Bridge footage, plus that new recent video of the archaic Chiro glass. Chris is known for walking all over the panhandle of Florida.
All over Florida, baby.
Yes, sir. Even Flat Rock Booger said, I saw that guy marching down 231.
Marching like a marching band.
Yes, sir. And the Trinity right here is showing us we are in the right spot.
Nature.
I have Chris videotaping through one lens, and I have the GoPro right here. So we're bound to catch energy overload, strange creatures, and just maybe some weird sounds. So we'll go mixing it up, talking about scary movies, urban legends.
Halloween, drippers, creepers, you name it.
Yes, sir.
Chucky.
And then we'll also listen to the forest.
And Bruce Campbell and the Evil Dead.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell just came out on a new scary movie called Black Friday with Devin Sawa, the main character from Final Destination.
Yep.
Plus he plays Stan in the song Stan by Eminem, about the crazy fan.
Hey, now reminds me.
Here's some cactuses too.
Oh crap, back in the West 1800s.
Yes, sir.
Dude, that's dope.
It takes you back to your days of
Back in the 1800s, man.
Red Dead Redemption.
Dude. I love that game. Hunt, you can hunt and kill and fish. I love that game.
Definitely, definitely.
Play poker and all that.
Chris and I are definitely a dynamic duo out here.
Always gotta do it.
We've covered a lot of ground. We actually just went to the Zombie Mansion from Zombie Earth, the novel. And Stephen O'Pry wrote it. It's about a zombie outbreak that starts here in the Panhandle and then it breaks worldwide. And he actually just came out with a new book called Hitch Hacker.
Like the Night of the Living Dead, and the remake and the original.
And kind of like Walking Dead, just like how you were.
Yeah, the Walking Dead where Red Grass wakes up in the bed with the Morgan.
Yes, sir.
Well, that was Morgan's house too. That was the first season too.
Wow.
I got that on DVD.
I still remember when that came out live. It was just like a crazy time in the world.
I got the first season, and I got the second season too on DVD.
You know what that is? X marks the spot, Chris.
Like X-Men.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Love it.
Make sure to keep your eyes peeled, Chris, of course, because, you know, I don't have to warn you twice. We've had a close run-in with a huge Eastern Diamondback.
I did a lot of crap in the woods.
You have. And then plus, just today, we saw a huge cottonmouth on the side of the road, and we even pulled over and got it out of the road.
That was a big X.
That is an awesome X right there.
Big X than what we saw before.
Yeah.
That's dope.
X marks the spot.
X-Men.
Definitely.
That's for Logan.
Now we got to keep our eyes peeled for the Sabertooth,
Sabertooth, yeah, X-Men Sabertooth.
the Wolfman, and even the Marvel Sasquatch is out here.
Yep.
But I think the Lizard Man and also other strange deities surround us. There are gremlins and puckwudgie, little elves, trolls and fairies. The forest really comes alive. And state parks and well-known creeks are just highways for these elementals. And just to show you guys how special of a place this is, look who's hiding here.
Oh my
A
God.
little elf
It's
dwarf.
Elfman.
Yes, sir. Wow.
Oh my God.
Chris, make sure to show the people.
Yeah.
There are some of those hidden all around this trail and woods. So it really is a descent into the Alice in Wonderland world. It's a beautiful time. There are some little waterfalls up ahead
Oh, is it?
and some well-known bridges.
Is it big?
They're small. Well, it's nothing like Niagara or Angel Falls.
Hey, I wish there was. Kind of cool.
Yeah, I'd have to.
Relax your mind, you know.
I'll have to take you up to Niagara one time. You know,
Maybe one day.
I'm from up in Ohio, and it was only like a 3-hour trip.
Hey, this sign.
Yes, sir. The Walsingham Bridge,
Look at all these trees, man.
the
They got
Fender
all
Bridge,
close.
the Apple Bridge, and the Two Penny Bridge. Plus some more little gnomes
Hey,
welcoming us.
Hey, that's a mine. I got them around my front of my door.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
If you can come by, I can show you.
Yeah. Next time I'm by your house, I'll definitely show you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna actually lose my vest because
Why?
it's getting a little hot.
I can wear mine. I'm cool.
Yeah.
It depends on your body temperature.
I'm gonna leave mine right here though.
It depends on your body temperature.
Yep.
Like a predator.
Hey, if my jacket's gone when we get back, so be it.
I ain't taking mine. I keep mine on my body.
Yeah.
I got this thing from Christmas last year.
It was also making a little bit too much noise that I wanted to, you know, for filming and just hiking purposes.
My vest is light. But mine's not heavy on mine.
Good. For all the miles that you
Hey, you
walk.
know how it reminds me? Reminds me of Zelda. No, right forward.
Yeah, this definitely changes from, you know, prairie to hard pine.
I played Zelda last night on my phone last night.
Nice. The first one, Ocarina of Time?
Mm-hmm. On Nintendo on my phone. I told you I downloaded it.
Yep.
For free, don't cost you nothing either. But you gotta download the system, then you have to go to the online to download the games.
Yeah, you can't beat that. I love emulators. My favorite games on N64 were Dark Rift. It was
And
like
Glover.
and Glover, yes, exactly.
I played that too last night too.
Yeah, Glover is awesome because it's
I love it because you can jump on the balls and all that.
it's
and
a
walk on that. And
it's a
kill
magical
things with the
glove,
balls
you know?
and all that. You can't beat that.
At one point I still had a Glover in the box, still sealed, and that's
Okay.
worth more than like $250. Yeah.
Okay?
Yep, because we had 2 of them.
You still got it?
I don't know. I'll have to ask my mom, but that thing's probably doubled in price since the last 2 years.
Oh God. That was back in the 90s. It was worth back then.
Yeah. I still remember, you know, opening up my
Look at that
N64.
tree. That thing's about to fall one day. It's gonna fall all in.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna go on me. That's the thing. That's the thing. You ain't gonna come on me like that. But you know what I'll do with it? I'll pick it up and throw it.
Like the Hulk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Lou Kriegel. Yeah, he's still alive too.
Yeah, he is.
Bill, who played the character, he's been there for a long time. My mama watched that show, that TV show when she was growing up, when she was a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
My mama, that's all she watched when she was a little girl. She watched that, and she watched Past the Life, Silver Spoons, Fresh Sanford, and all that.
Yeah, your mom was really into ghosts and stuff too, huh?
Yeah, she watched all that too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
My mom loves like finding Bigfoot and all the ghost TV shows
Your
too.
mama does too?
Yeah.
Hey, they know wrong with that. At least it keeps you busy.
Yeah, it's awesome, and especially when I go over there.
It's like good. It's like good appetite. It's like good activity. You know.
100%.
Keep your mind all open minded. I can go good open mind. You know.
Yeah, it goes with her being raised on a farm, and you know her dad was a hunter, so she was always surrounded by the strangeness.
Yeah, you gotta, when you be a hunter, you gotta be careful with around. You gotta be so you're surrounded.
1,000,000%.
That way you can defend yourself wherever it's at here. No matter whether it's a man or a monster or what, or half man monster, whatever it is, you got to face on no matter what it is.
Yep.
It's like God of War. That reminds me. Cause you know in God of War, they're talking about all kinds of gods. Like Zeus and all them.
Mm-hmm. They come alive.
I like God of War 3 because I like the end when he does to Zeus. I like the end of it.
Have you beat the God of War on PS4 yet?
Yeah, you talking about the one that calls him boy? Yeah, I got that game. I always bet it.
Wow. Did you beat The Last of Us?
I bet that on 3. But not 4. I wish I have it on the 4, but I don't got it on the 4 yet. Hey, did you get that picture I sent you about the Walking Dead game?
Yeah.
It's called all the Walking Dead games is in it.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Cause they have season 1 and 2 and 3 and the other song and her too. Cause the other one's called The Walking Dead, it's called The Song. You know the black woman that do the sword, katana?
Yeah, Michonne?
Yep. And they got a game on there too with it. And it's called Song The Walking Dead too.
Yeah, it's gonna be legendary.
Means 4 games is on that disc. That's good.
That's a good deal.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Look at these leaves. I love these leaves. Look, they're pretty. Nature.
Yeah, the different colors of the season.
It's like a parking color.
It's really cool.
Can't beat that. Nature.
Let me check the screen real quick.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Here, we're looking for the skunk ape, guys.
Hey Connor, something's on your screen. Probably just popped up. What is that? I hate that.
It's all good.
I can't stand that crap like that, you know?
We're looking at Ecofana Creek, looking for the skunk
The
ape
creek
out
of
here.
The motherland.
Yes. Chris calls it the motherland out here.
That's what I call it, nature motherland.
I am looking for Sandy Mountain.
Make you still cross. Yeah. You still got fruit.
You will find many obstacles on your journey of truth.
Hey, that tree we just crossed over, it don't tell how long that's been like that.
You're right. Probably
Maybe
since
for
the hurricane.
Michael.
Yeah.
Look at all these trees, they got all screwed. Hurricane Michael, man, you know, man, trees, they still screwed. You will never forget about Hurricane Michael. You will never forget that.
Where were you during the storm?
On the street.
Were you alone, or you had your roommate in your house, right?
Yeah, but he was scared.
I was scared too. I was in my house, my trailer for a while, and then my mom was calling me like, "You need to get over here."
The neighbor's tree, and fell on the house.
Wow.
And the front room caved in with a big hole, and the water started pouring in.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What I did, I had to get all my towels, make sure I put in these stores that way they don't cave in. Cause my room was fine, but AJ's room, Matt's room, his room almost got caved in.
Wow.
The first room got caved in because of that tree.
Then you moved into a new spot, and then sadly the next bad storm flooded your place.
Yeah. I got sandbags, I don't have to worry about that no more.
Yeah, I do like your setup over there now, so just hope the next hurricane season next year, you know, just misses us or is just a little bit mild. We survived this storm, but man, I think there's a new one, bigger one coming.
Oh God, please don't be like Michael. Because you gotta take those showers again.
Yeah, what'd you do like the next few days? Were you actually walking around town or?
Getting free food, yeah. If Hurricane Michael left, I did.
Yeah, all the churches were giving away free food.
I get all the food I can get. I grab off and took.
You're smart.
Yeah, but I had to stay alive.
Yeah, I went to a few churches. I became friends with David and Connor over Hurricane Michael. That was one good thing out of the storm.
Yeah, well, thank God for that, no.
I was working at the bowling alley.
That's before you ever met me in the game store.
Yup.
That's before you ever met me.
And the bowling alley was actually a shelter.
That's before I met Robert. That's when after I met Robert, and that's when I met you.
Mm-hmm.
And now here we are now.
Yep, came a long way.
21 now, so 2018, 3 years ago, and now 21 is almost 4 years, and now it makes sense, don't it?
Right, it does. But yeah, I was working at the bowling alley, and it was a shelter for the storm, and it ended up getting
It's
collapsed.
still there, but it's a piece of crap. It's still there.
Yeah, the roof collapsed.
I pass it every time. It looks like crap.
Soon I'm gonna go inside there and make a video too.
They need to fix it up. Do something.
Yeah, the owner of the land doesn't want anything to do with the bowling alley though. The sad part.
Right. At least do something. At least build something new. Do something.
It was a great place for the community. Every Saturday everybody
Look
was
at
having
those
parties
trees,
there. That's a very cool little gateway.
Mm-hmm. Look at these red leaves. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Like Mother Nature's got colors like red.
Yeah, it's cool seeing.
Like blinds are blue or blinds are red.
Right.
That's what my mama always told me.
You can lead the way, Chris, for a bit. I'll keep up with you. I know you keep a good pace.
I'm trying not to walk fast though.
No, it's good. We got a lot of ground to cover, so you can walk as fast as you want.
I could.
Just don't, you know, soak it in, of course, and keep your eyes for a poisonous or venomous snake, because I ain't got it in me to carry you all the way back to the car.
I ain't on those things now. I gotta keep my eyes peeled.
For sure, for sure.
Like Judge Dynasty. Wait, they Judge Dynasty, they live in the woods. They hunt every time. They hunt snakes every time.
Yeah, you grew up in Woodville, which is known for multiple battles, and there's graveyards and tons of ghosts there, and you've been living in, you know, under bridges and in the graveyard yourself, so you've been exposed to very strange stuff.
I had to make sure nobody did dig my mama up, because I wouldn't let that happen.
Your mom's always with you.
Well, she's in bones now, but she's not. Her body's not here anymore, but her spirit's still here.
For sure. Energy's never created nor destroyed.
You can't destroy a spirit.
You're right.
It's part of it like a coyote. Like the Indian jerky.
Yeah, you're Irish and Native American, huh?
Yeah, Native American from my mama. I'm proud of it too.
Very cool.
My mom and daddy and my papa, I told you he went to Vietnam War. Remember I told you he was half Indian jerky and half Indian chief and half Indian quarter?
Yep.
So it was 3 Indians he was, like 3 kinds of Indians he was.
He belonged to many different family trees.
So hey, at least I got the bloodline.
Yeah, you do. You're representing. You're Rambo in the flesh.
Somebody's gotta be.
The Woodville underdog.
Look at that tree.
Yep. That's either pulled from the storm, bent by the Squatch, or pointed by the Native Americans long ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely peaceful back here.
It's quiet.
Yeah, it is.
You don't hear no wild, like you hear like a wild snake. That's a wild snake.
Here's another little elf.
How
control.
many people leave it out here?
I don't know.
Oh, it's like ghosts or goblins.
Yep, you got to keep your eyes peeled.
Hey, you saw that movie I sent you that time?
Goalies?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love that movie.
I figured you would.
Yeah.
That's why I sent it to you.
Yeah, you definitely keep the good recommendations coming.
Somebody has to.
Yeah. I definitely get a fair share of good recommendations from a lot of good people in the community.
And there's too many people left like that.
Nope, that's why you have to find your tribe. Spread your wings and you'll find your flock.
Yeah, you're right about that. I'm gonna tell you one thing, I'm resting for the rest of this week. I'm resting. I'm done. Rest of Christmas, I'm done.
Well, I'm at the shop all Wednesday if you want to stop by. It'll only be me up there.
Yeah, well, I'm also stay home.
Yeah, feel free.
I'm resting.
Yeah, I'll be doing a small adventure tomorrow, but I'm gonna be catching my breath too. Cause look at this, we're killing it. Yeah.
It's looking, well, at least it's gratis breed.
Pretty.
It ain't like that broken bridge we crossed before.
Right.
Look at all these collars, dude.
It is amazing.
It's like guys' parade collars that just pop out fall.
Tons of mushrooms all over the place.
Like Mario's power, the gross power that kills Bowser with mushrooms, fire, and flour.
Yup, the bricks, the reptilians,
Mm-hmm.
the pipes.
You know, Mel, Hope, cover that hole over there.
Yeah.
I got my eyes open. So always have your eyes open in the hole.
You're right.
You know what a phone is like? She sounds like Andy Jones.
You found another hole when we were looking for the bottles too.
Oh, did you?
You did. I remember you were screaming, hole.
Because somebody keep the woods in here. You gotta make sure. Look at that. It's like a house.
It is. It could be a shelter.
Kind of like a hut. So.
See, look, Chris been watching a lot of Bigfoot videos recently, so he's starting to have an eye for this. And he has definitely some unique vibrations out here in the forest.
Like cavemen, they live in that. Cavemen.
Yeah. You're not far from a caveman, so the cavemen might come out and, you know, try to look for their descendants with you.
Hey, you know, cavemen they don't exist no more. Because they resisted with dinosaurs, they resisted before they did.
Yeah.
Now I'm watching a movie called 100,000 BCs.
Do you think the Sasquatch are cavemen or maybe monkey men? What do you think?
Well, I think Sasquatch is like monkey or whatever. That like they might be half human because of how they stand like us.
Mm-hmm.
But they're part animal and part half human.
I like it.
That's what I think, you know. That's my taste, you know.
What do you think about like Mothman and Jeepers Creepers?
That's different.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
It's different because it's not human.
You think that's a demon?
Demon from under the mission of fire somewhere. They came out of dark places. That's why Jesus Christ is free. I didn't like it, but I like in the end he kept coming back.
Right.
And it's like the Chucky. He kept coming like, I always come back. And
yeah.
He does.
You can see a little path that goes right into here too. So some animal has definitely been getting shelter under there. That is a perfect route. I'll walk past you, Chris.
I'm gonna look at all that.
Yeah. A lot of fallen trees, a lot of places to stay out of the rain and hard wind.
Hey, no problem. I like the wind, but that no, I like the wind though. Look at that tree. Oh my God! If it don't fall on my head, I'm sure it don't fall on me. Look at all that.
There is a lot going on in every direction.
Yeah, and this thing, in these woods, that's the dang sure.
Right. Love seeing these bent trees.
Yeah, one day they're gonna fall.
Yeah, just because down here there's not much dirt and topsoil, so the roots, they spread outward rather than deep.
Where my mama's grave,
Mm-hmm.
but the woods, they took the woods out.
Yeah, you told me that. That's crazy.
8 years ago, there used to be woods back there by my mom's grave. No.
Wouldn't it be cool to shimmy up that tree all the way?
No, not like Tarzan. Then you go, really, you get your boom, you go throw in the air.
Yeah, you would.
I ain't gonna take that shit.
Another very cool bridge.
Hey, at least it's better than that broken. At least this one's better than the broken bridge we crossed. Hey, see, at least these bridges ain't broken.
Yeah.
Hey, I can walk on it, fine.
It's sturdy.
But you don't have to climb up it like Uncharted. I can't wait. I got the game. I just can't wait to play that game, man.
I was keeping my eyes on all the mud patches, looking for bare footprints, so keep your eyes peeled.
You never know.
You never know.
So you keep your spirit intact.
Plus we can track some panther and bear down here.
I hope not.
I hope they're not tracking us.
Shit. Hey, you know they can track, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2, you can catch them, you have to set a trap to get them.
Yep.
And Red Dead Redemption 2, you can set a trap and they can set it and then you can shoot them to catch them. All they got to do in the game, Red Dead Redemption 2, you have to set a trap, that way they consistent and then like lure it or whatever. And it works too, in the game it works.
For sure, for sure.
This bridge I had.
Hey,
Hey, but these some kind of good ones though.
You can start to hear this water flowing.
Hey, at least it's quiet.
It is, man. It's peaceful out here.
At least you can't hear nobody arguing nothing about this and that.
No static, you know?
No ass space, nothing but motherland and motherland to God.
I love it.
That's how I look at it.
Yep. That's a cool bridge right there. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Chris is a big fan of bridges. He actually resides near a bridge most of the week, getting his peace and quiet on and overlooking the railroad.
Yeah.
It's truly a peaceful time, and well, everybody knows him. They all beep and they remember him.
Look at that river. That's dope.
Isn't it?
But you can't drink that. That's pure.
That's pretty clean.
Hey, I wouldn't drink that one. I wouldn't drink that at all. Hey, that reminds me, you know the TV show called Wild Man?
Yeah.
Survival. And they go out naked in there and they drink the boy and eat. I wouldn't do that.
I actually just got picked for a 168-hour expedition, and it's 7 days straight. I have to be in the swamp in South Florida.
Really? When?
It's supposed to be in March, but we'll see on the specific date. But I'm super excited.
Hey, it's coming. It's coming.
Right around the corner.
Christmas is almost here too.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
That's how you call it the Sasquatch.
Hope they heard it. If I probably scaring them away.
Either you're scaring them away, or just raising curiosity.
I am the curiosity.
Yeah, they're definitely thinking, what are these two up to?
Huh?
Dang, this felt like quicksand. My foot like really dug in there.
Hey, that reminds you of Andy Jones with Hell's Ford.
Yeah.
Well, I'm John on Sean Connery too. You know what I mean?
100%. The newest 007 was really something to behold.
Yeah, you see what happened to the end?
Yep.
Yeah, he had to do it.
Yeah, it was his love.
And to save his daughter. I didn't know he had a kid in the movie.
Yeah, it was a good surprise.
Huh?
It was a great surprise.
Yeah, because that woman, she had a kid with her.
So we're gonna camp out here tonight.
We got bought some food, we could.
This is a campsite though, so one day we will.
How many people camped out here, you know?
Probably hundreds.
Hey, because see that's burnt. So somebody did camp out here one time.
Yep. It's a perfect spot.
Hey, you know in Red Dead too? You can set up and camp in the woods too like that.
Right by the river.
Yep, and fish too. I love that game more than anything itself.
Nice.
Red Dead 2 is close to my heart, you know.
Definitely.
Like back in 1800s, back then we didn't have no messages about war like we do now. But back in 1800s, we could get that camera you dead. So out here and now we got message for that thing too.
Number 1 right here, because this was part of the tour.
Hey, this one feels good.
Yeah, that's a good bridge.
It's an bother thing, right?
Because it was even more wide, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Keep your eyes peeled for more of those, ferries.
Hey, take it from me. Do not eat berries out here. They're poisonous. Don't do that. I wouldn't do that either. They're poisonous.
For sure.
Look at these red things.
They'll kill you.
They're like a rooster. like a poison rooster or some crap like that. Hey Connie.
What's up?
Can you hold this phone? Yeah, my hand. I gotta rest my hand.
Yeah.
Look at all these woods, man. They all not just like somebody's hit through a store like a hurricane. Holy crap! Look at that! Look at all those trees down there like that, like a maze. Look at that. That's cool. Hey, you know that reminds me of Charlie 3? Where they go in the woods, they see trees like that?
Yeah.
So you have to climb on them?
Here, film me go across real quick.
I wouldn't cross that.
I'll cross.
I'll tell you, I would, but... Don't fall.
Hope not.
I'd save you if you do.
Yeah.
Someone's got to if you do.
I want to set this up so it's got a cool view. Here we go.
I could walk on it, but my shoes are messed up almost. What is it?
Just made it to the other side, and I'm gonna leave some money and coins. So next time we come, we'll see if it's still here.
Hey, if it ain't, it's like probably Bigfoot probably took it.
Yeah, Bigfoot or the fairies.
Hey, I don't believe in tooth fairies. Tooth fairies ain't real. I don't believe in tooth fairies.
I think there's something to it.
You know what my mama told me?
What?
Tooth fairies not real because when you get your tooth in the bed, my mama told me, your mother would take out the tooth and put money under your bed and make it think your tooth fairy did show up.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the moms just helped the tooth fairy.
Yeah, I believe in that too. I believe in that. There ain't no wrong with that, you know? Got it?
Yeah, oh yeah. That's
I could do it too, but look at my heel.
Hey.
I'm killing them.
It's all good. I know I could get to the other side
I could too.
if there's an emergency.
If we had to.
Yep. I know you could get there too.
I can get there one heartbeat. You never know how fast I am. I'm fast like a hog. I'm fast. Like something.
Yep.
Like I'm trying to nip and drink. I love the games because you can climb on walls like Spider-Man too. Hey, remember I told you about the Uncharted 4 Animal Combat?
Yep.
So I gotta wait to see whoever gets me and I can play it. And for that, Connor, I'm done. And after that, Connor, I'm taking me a vacation on Longwood, Connor.
Yeah, you deserve a vacation.
I deserve one, man. My body fault. Every time I make my body fight, my body always tells me to rest, and I never do. But my body's telling me to rest. Because my mind's telling me that too.
Right.
Because you know, like your mind, like people's minds, you gotta rest. And like charge your body like a charger battery.
Yeah, you have to balance everything out. You can't overwork your load.
Yeah, I ain't been resting, so that's why I'm just trying to stay low and rest my body.
Yeah, you should watch all the Fast and the Furious movies or something.
I could. Hey, I could.
There's enough of them.
Yeah, there's 9, 8, and there's a lot too.
Here's where the logs are.
Yep. There are a lot of them. I can tell you this one's got a lot of logs in there what you've been through. Because the ones you've been at before, we didn't have that logs like that.
Right.
But I can see why. But I can see why they call it this, because they got a lot of trees down.
Yep.
Yeah.
We could use all the wood from all these trees and build a house and bridges out here.
Hey, you know, back in the 1700s, 1600s, they used to build houses with woods like that too.
Yep.
Not before the 1800s, they came from western there. Real houses back then. You know, Arizona, the city, and Dodge City or nothing, it's still there.
That's an awesome little waterfall right there.
Mm-hmm. It sounds good too to my ears.
It is very peaceful.
Get away from everybody, get away.
You're telling me.
Get away from 150, get away from the dang city, man.
You could feel it in your body.
Neighbors know that too. I can't stand them, man. They get on my nerves too sometimes.
You could just feel your body getting closer to Mother Earth when you're out here.
When they try to get in your business and all that crap, they try to get in your business, be nosy, this and that. I don't like that, you know?
Yeah.
I love the ground. I like Dolby. Hey, that must be in the Google. When they climb the log and they find the ball sack.
Yep.
They're like, are you okay? No.
We're like modern day Goonies.
Hey, good one. It's like Sean and the kid say his name Sean. His real name is Sean. That's his real name.
We're kind of like the Lost Boys mixed with the Goonies and the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and like you said, never say Goonies, never say Doc.
Yep, we always say that.
And then Mickey's like, I'm taking this home. I'm taking them all back before he went in the water.
Yeah.
Man, I know everything, man.
You definitely know your pop culture.
I know all my mama, like my mama did. My mama loved the Goonies too.
That's awesome.
She grew up watching all that.
Do you like The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox?
Yep. Do you?
Oh yeah, one of my favorite, man. Peter Jackson made it.
Hey, you know what? You know the Spider-Man coming home?
Yep.
Oh, what's the clip? Well, we're going. It's coming back.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Did you see the clip?
William plays Greg Gorman in the first film. He's coming back.
Yeah.
And the guy who played the octopus on Spider-Man 2, he's coming back. There's David Fox. He's playing I think he's playing Shockman.
Yeah, Electrode.
Yeah, Electro. Yeah. That movie's gonna be sick, man.
I'm really excited.
I hope so. Toby Maguire's in it. I hope he's in it, but
He will be.
about that movie ain't gonna make it.
Did you see the trailer for the Across the Spider-Verse, the animated one now?
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's dope. This is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Just quiet. No crickets, no nothing. I don't like crickets either, man. They get on my nerves. Crickets, dude.
I just feel it drizzling a little bit, which is...
You never heard crickets 100 times before in your life? They kill your nerves. I wish that would be quiet.
I try to just soak in with the choir of crickets.
I try too, but it ain't easy, you know.
Dang, that looks pretty cool.
But you gotta do what you gotta do. That's like a horn or something.
Yeah, it's very weird looking.
There's a cricket in my pinky.
A little beach down there.
I bet there's fishes down there.
Oh yeah. Ecofana Creek goes all the way into the Gulf, so it's a possibility.
I bet you there's gators. I bet you there's gators in there.
Definitely. Definitely alligator.
Crocodile, Dundee.
Caiman.
Yup.
Probably even some shark, bull shark.
You gotta be careful with those things.
Highest testosterone of any animal in the world. So that means they're ready to strike.
You know, in the woods, you know, remember Young Guns with Lou Phillips?
Yeah.
Diamond Lou Phillips?
Yep.
He was Native American in the movie too. But he's really Native American like I am.
That's why both of you guys are trackers and hikers.
Hey, you know, in the movie, he made those, Dirty Steve
Yep.
and E. Stevens, Billy the Kid, Dirty Steve, and all them from all that Coyote.
A new Billy the Kid movie just came out.
You feel like cricket and give you spirit in the spirit world.
He was very wise around the fire.
It is. The little feels like. And they woke up and they act all weird, like in the midst. But that was funny though. I love that scene though.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the movie.
And Charlie Sheen, that's a fool. He got killed after that part of the movie. That's a fool. He got shot in by the bathroom stall.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Charlie Sheen got shot. Yeah, but some people say in the second part he survived. Because the real people say he did survive. Some people say he didn't. But I think he did survive.
Yeah, I think he survived too.
Because they got in Texas or whatever, they got trace on. Some people say he died in 1950. And some people say Pat Carey shot him in 1881, but I don't believe that's true.
There's alcohol bottles down there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God. The King West getting those, it's rich. It's higher than that, there's a risk on it.
Yeah, you could fall in, break your leg. You'll be out here for the rest of the night.
My leg, I leave my legs.
Yeah, you.
What can I do? I gotta keep my legs good.
You do.
What can I do? I gotta keep my legs intact. You know that.
Yep.
The walking legs. I can't wait for that show, man. I'm pumped.
Yeah, it's about mermaids. It's gonna be awesome. There's been some recent mermaid movies called The Lighthouse with William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson.
Oh yeah, that reminds me, yeah. Like the mermaid cartoons too.
Yeah.
Mermaid, when she had red hair and the lobster talks to her in the crap.
Yep, of course.
That was a Disney cartoon too. Those back in the 90s too.
And then the new
like Goofy and all that, before they made a Goofy movie too.
DC Comics, Aquaman, that's all about mermaids.
Yeah, and then they also made you know saw that Goofy movie, Big Sean named Goofy?
Yeah, of course I saw it.
That was back in my childhood.
Yeah.
I remember my mama, but she that's when she was working in that video store.
That's awesome. She worked at a video store. I worked at one too.
Yeah, but the one she did in the 90s, dude, it ain't nothing like retro minigames were. In the 90s, it was different.
Yeah, she had VHSs and stuff. It was no internet and stuff.
You can see TL64.
Yep.
Or you can see Sega Genesis hang up on the walls like the black tanks the cases used to have on them.
Back then it was all word of mouth, so people would go out and just hang out at video stores just to hear what was good.
Back in those good old days.
Definitely.
And now it's like a war, man.
I worked at a place called Family Video, which that was a video rental place, and that was really cool. It definitely got me ready for the comic book store. Yeah.
I got my war. I love those steps.
I know, it's very cool when you're just like flat land and it brings you right up.
Just step on up, that's easy, dude.
For real.
That's the cavities too, because my cavities are tight. I can still move my cavities still.
Good.
But even though my cavity formulation's tight, but I can still move them. They ain't that tight, but a little tight, but I can still move. Which is why that's happening, because I walked all day, you know. But this is the last walk for me today.
Yeah, you've already walked more than 15 miles today.
I walk more than you never know. But you already know what time it is, because you already know.
It was awesome when I saw you on the side of the road. I did that little U-turn, picked you up. We went to the zombie home.
I could have made it there. I was almost there.
Yeah.
I could have made it there. I could have. No, I'm serious. I could have made it to the zombie house.
Next time, if we're, even coming farther down, you'll have to pass the zombie house. And then we'll check out McCormick Lake, and that place is really known for some crazy stuff. Just some small families founding the location. And
back in 1800.
Yep, and they have like secret cemeteries in those woods. It's really cool.
Yeah, some don't got mountains either.
I did mushrooms out there and really felt the forest and the region, the grid come alive.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Hey, and on YouTube, you ever watch Tombstone? About Tombstone, Arizona Ghost?
I don't know if I did. I may have seen a couple clips.
They talking about they saw Duck Holiday's ghost, the Duck Holiday's ghost.
That's awesome. That's right up your alley. You love ghosts and you love Western.
I love legends. Cause I'm one legend, it's me.
Have you seen Bone Tomahawk with Kurt Russell?
Mm-hmm. I saw all his movies, like The Soldier and all that.
Yeah, Kurt Russell, and he hunts down these Bigfoot type creatures, troglodytes.
The Trouble with a Little China. I got that movie.
That's a good one too.
No, it's back in the 80s too. And my mama's favorite movie when come out was Overboard.
I love Overboard.
My mama, she had a crush on that man. She had a crush on Russell. She had a crush on that man.
Goldie Hawn.
Mm-hmm.
I had a crush on her.
What happened to that? You got over it?
Yeah, I still like her. I moved on, got new crushes.
All you need is the woods, nature, that's all you need.
You're right. That tree land right there is pretty odd looking.
It's like crooked.
Yeah.
all these red flowers, man. God, they keep popping up like red roses and stuff. Hey, that reminds me, like red roses, you know?
Red rum.
Yeah. But don't eat it, it'll kill you. The dinosaurs eat it, and I bet they die. Cause you know back in the ABC, in the movie they call ABC for caveman diseases, but for dinosaurs did.
Yeah,
Dinosaurs they was for humans did.
10,000 BC.
Uh-huh.
Saber-toothed tigers.
You see what I said? It was that movie called Echo Man about Cave. Vera Foster who plays the mommy in the movie, and he plays the caveman in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get it?
I could look for it.
It's called Auto Man about Cody Foster who played the caveman.
Right. I'm sure I came across it.
It's funny. He has like a caveman in the movie though.
Is it Encino Man with Brendan Fraser?
Man.
Okay, yeah. I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, well, the guy who plays the mommy.
Yeah.
He killed the mommy twice and all that crap.
Brendan Fraser.
Yep. He's still kicking though.
He's in Doom Patrol now. He's on top of the world. Plus, he's going to be in a Leonardo DiCaprio movie in December.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
Hey, that'd be dope.
But yeah, when I was crossing that bridge, I think I got an acorn thrown at me. Of course, Chris keeps freaking talking.
The last movie he ever made when he saw Jet Li in the Mommy movie.
Yep.
Jet Li.
That had Sasquatch in it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with a white like snowman.
Yep.
I believe in that.
When I was walking and crossing that bridge, it felt like I got an acorn thrown at me.
It could have been that. They probably throw it at you.
So be ready, dude.
Yeah, be careful, man.
I don't know if it was just something dropping from.
Hey, it could have been a squirrel throwing at you.
It could have been.
Could have been a squirrel. Hey, it could have been Bear Conker.
Yeah, Conker's bad for a day.
Uh-huh. I played that last night. I got it on my phone.
Nice.
Hey, what's good on my phone, too?
Oh, a frog.
What's good on my phone?
That was awesome. He jumped and then leaped into the
Well, I ain't jumping in there.
The abyss.
Like any on Jones. Or when his son and his wife got the same out, and then Harris Ford said, I ain't grabbing that steak. I don't like steak. And they say grab it. He grabbed it. But he said, I don't like steak. You know what I mean?
Look how big this cliff is.
Mm-hmm. That's like a long feet. You can go different like that. You can jump or dip.
Yeah. This spot has a lot of variety.
Remember Indiana Jones Part 2? Where he goes to the when the monkey eats the poison and the monkey died.
Uh-huh.
And that's when the guy told him not to eat that.
Yep.
See, I know all that. I know all the scenes to every movie.
River
People don't know that.
River Phoenix. He was the one who played the.
Yeah, well, he played the Joker.
Well, that's Joaquin Phoenix. That's River Phoenix's brother. But River Phoenix, he died when he was young, but he played a teenage.
Yeah, his brother died in the 90s, so.
Yeah, he played a teenage Indiana Jones in a couple of the scenes.
Yeah, he also played on Stand By Me.
Yep, Stand By Me, he's the best character in that.
My mama, she loved that movie. She cherished it.
That's one of my favorite movies.
I love it too.
I love when they run across the railroad.
When the train tracks, and they go in the woods, and they go in the water, they get leashes on them.
Yeah.
I want to go in there.
They're like, hey, do you want to see a dead body? Oh, there's an armadillo up ahead.
Holy crap.
On the path. That's awesome.
John, hey, be careful, they got rabies. No, I'm serious, they got rabies, be careful. Okay?
They could tear you up.
No, they could bite you, you gotta be careful. I killed one when I was 15.
Wow.
I had a BB gun, I killed it. Because it was getting too close, he was trying to attack me.
Right there, it looked like the famous band over in the desert.
That was back in 2000.
Near the arches.
I done that. That's what I was doing with my grandma. Remember what I told you?
Yes, sir.
I had to carry my grandma at the same time, you know. Because she was getting sick. I had to carry her. Someone had to.
You stayed down in Clearwater for a while, and that place is famous for three-toed tracks.
That was back in the 90s. I can remember I woke up one morning, you know those
Something else.
no, did you know those chicken sandwiches, griddle things with the bread on them? Back in the 90s, chicken like that. I remember I ate that with jelly, and my mama grabbed them. She picked me up, said, "Son, we gotta get out," and then we did. I can remember my mama got a hammer.
Some kind of animal over there, bro.
It better not be no rectangle. Like a monkey. Hey, that reminds me of the movie, the monkey. You could do it. You could put your mind. And when I quit, Clint Eastwood movie without monkey in it.
Dang, that's pretty crazy.
Was it a monkey?
I don't know if it's a monkey. There have been rhesus monkeys spotted here.
Oh, wasn't it? I hope it wasn't. I hope it wasn't anaconda. I hope it wasn't on the anaconda.
It could have been.
That might be in that movie.
Jennifer Lopez.
And Ice Cube.
Yep, and John Voight.
Yep.
And Owen Wilson.
That movie's back in the that's classic. I love that movie. Maybe one day I might find it. You never know.
Right.
Because movies like good movies in the 90s movies, they're hard to find now like that.
Starting to hear movement in the forest all around us.
Oh yeah, I just popped in my head. You ever saw Son-in-Law?
I'm not sure who's in it.
You know that played the army now?
Yeah.
You know that guy? His name is Paul Shorman?
Yep.
That's who played army now, and that's who played in a Son-in-Law movie.
I'll have to look it up.
You never saw that movie?
I may have. I don't know. I watch a lot of movies, so some I forget. I remember like 95% of them.
I can't forget. I know everything, dude. I'm not a computer in my head. I know. One time when I fart, I remember I know my colors.
Sometimes when you pass gas in the forest, that could be used to call Sasquatch.
Hey, it sounds like every time you farted twice. It sounds like you called for a frog or something. Sounds like that's what it sounds like, no.
I feel you.
Hey, you must be called frogs like that.
Yeah, you're probably calling a few frogs, Bigfoot, maybe a gremlin.
Hey, you never know till you try.
Grandma, if she's gonna yell at you for farting.
Hey, oh my God, they're big.
My grandma hates the word fart. She would always prefer toot.
Is she still alive?
Yeah.
If you fart, she'll get mad.
Yep.
Yeah. I wouldn't blame her.
I tell her it's for medical reasons. I don't want to get gassy in my stomach.
You don't want to get gas, then you get poison, you can't get the poison out.
Right.
You got to force it to get it out sometimes. If you hit your stomach ground, that's when you got to do it.
You're all right.
That was good hiking too.
This is definitely good hiking. We're pretty far back here.
Ain't too cold and ain't too hot, just the right temperature. But like I said, Connor, only thing I'm gonna do is wait for Christmas. I'm done. Wait for next year, that's it. Wait for next year, I know I am.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Wait for this year to be over here.
You know what this is?
Like an Indian ground.
Seems like another camp out area.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the natives definitely stayed here too.
Who knows, it might be Native Americans, who knows, right?
Right.
Mexicans, who knows?
So this is Two Penny Bridge.
Oh,
this
look
is
at that bridge.
This is a really famous bridge.
Is that the bridge you was talking about?
Yep, I'm very excited to finally
Holy
lay
crap.
my eyes upon it. This
Hey.
is why a lot of people come to
Oh
Ecofana
my-
Creek.
That reminds me of Indiana Jones when he cuts that bridge.
For sure. Well, let's walk it slow and enjoy it.
Oh my God, I feel like I'm in the movie, man.
Yeah, that's what it's about, dude.
When he cuts that bridge, they had like kind of leak. Boom! See, I know with the gators, and they drop, they eat you. See, I know, see, I got good memory.
Yeah, it's got a little bounce to it, huh?
Hey, Hey, it feels good. It don't feel that bad. It feels strong, but it ain't that bad. I love this beer. And see the wires and all that, it keeps your weight intact.
Yep.
That way you don't fall over.
It's got a nice sitting spot right here. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The walking legend.
We'll get back with the people.
But the bridge, the walking legend, is across the big bridges in the Indiana Jones movie. I heard it came over there.
What was it? It was some kind of dog bark, or did it sound like a man like hoot?
Sounds like a dog.
Dog?
That ain't no man.
Huh.
It's like a predator in the movie, he said, there ain't no man.
Yeah.
It's a predator. It ain't the predator, but it ain't such thing as predators anyway. It's like the guy Billy said, he's like, it ain't no man. Because there wasn't no man. Like all Schwarzenegger said, if we can bleed, we can kill it. I know everything. Commando, I know all of it. And Waldo. And when he plays the tape in the car, where he killed those people when he in the car, when he plays, I can't get no satisfaction.
Yeah.
I love that part of the movie. And Conan, and Twins, Terminators, all that. I love Terminator 1 and 2, and 3, and Court. But the 4 and 5, I didn't really like them that much, to be honest with you. And you never saw the Terminator of Darkness. It's called Darkness.
Yeah, Dark Fate.
Yeah, Dark Fate. Yeah, when they killed John Connor, but the kid they killed, they wasn't really. They were fraud. It wasn't really him. You know how they made it him? They made the computer and make it look like it was him.
Kind of like the Paul Walker situation.
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't really him. But in the movie, it didn't look like it was him.
Yeah, it did.
For real, it wasn't really him.
What'd you think of Terminator Salvation?
Not much.
Christian Bale, Sam Worthington from Avatar,
Good,
Anton Yelkin.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. And then Terminator like take my heart, and that's how Christian Bale. That's how he lived again. But that one part, he got that Terminator put a pipe in his heart.
Yep.
And that's when the Terminator guy said, take my heart. And that's how Christian Bale survived. And that's what he said, well, we will not quit. We will never give in. Never give us salvation. We will never quit. That's when the movie goes off.
Yeah, Arnold was just like a robot in that movie.
He was. But you know, Terminator 1 and 2, that was really him. The robot. In Terminator 3, Terminator 2, he says he's part human and skeleton. He was part human and part machine.
Yo, what up, my friend?
Yep.
I'll be honest with you, I love Terminator 1 and 2 and 3, but the rest of them I just don't like.
A lot of people didn't even like part 3.
Huh?
A lot of people didn't even like part 3.
Yeah. It was okay. At least all of it was in it, at least, you know?
You're right.
Because nobody can take his line, I'll be back. Nobody can take his line. It's like like in the movie called the Joy, where he takes the mailman for the tournament doll for Christmas for his son.
Yeah, of course.
That was a good movie also too.
Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
That's-
He goes for the tournament doll.
With Sinbad in it.
Yeah, and then with the mailman, he'll fall for the same doll, man. It's like that reminds me of Rick Roback cartoon. But they cry and fight for over the crap. Who wants this? Who wants that?
My favorite Arnold movie is either Conan or The Sixth Day.
Yeah. Yeah, that reminds me. Yeah, remember I told you about that movie?
About the clone.
I used to have that movie too. I used to have that movie.
My dad rented it for me a long time ago, and I still remember watching it.
I used to have the DVD of that movie.
Right in my
Dad
basement.
used to have it.
Before we remodeled it. But yeah, we're at Ecofana Creek, home of the skunk ape.
Yep.
We had an acorn thrown at us. Chris heard weird
God,
barking
it was on me.
in the middle of the woods.
It was on you, not me.
Yeah.
Thank God that wasn't on me, thank God. Oh, I'm gonna have a good night, and I'm gonna rest. Wait for Christmas, dude. Wait for next year to come by. I'm trying to build my future, man.
Day by day.
I'm trying to build on my game wall again.
Hey, little by little, I think you're gonna get to closer where you need to be.
Heck yeah, because the one I had built, it took me 8 years to build that thing.
Sound like we just heard a knock.
I got like 5 or 6 games now. I got a long way to go, but I get there.
We're approaching the Indiana Bridge,
What is it good for?
the 2-penny
Thank
bridge.
you, y'all. Good God, Joe. Well, watch out.
Could you hold that for a bit?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
I know how you feel with Hansky store. I know how that feels too.
Especially when you got 2 of them.
Yeah. It's always gotta take the other one. It's always gotta have the other one. It's always gotta have do something.
We're out here exploring, documenting, just getting away from the static of the world. The illusion. We're resetting out here. Magical place.
Hey, you know, shotguns?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah.
They had that animated show, the animated.
Yeah.
I still love that show. Because he always said, I'm Master Stampede. I love that show though. I watch that sometimes on my phone sometimes.
I like Cowboy Bebop a lot.
Yeah, I love that too.
The Galactical.
And FCLL. You know what that is?
No, what's it stand for?
That is like an anime with Adult Swim when the kids. I can show you what it is, but it's like an anime, like Adult Swim thing too.
Oh, that sounds cool.
There's like this kid and the alien one with the alien that takes over his brain. And then the kid gets superpowers in his brain and rubber comes out of his brain and all that crap.
Jeez.
You heard that? It was just abomination. I don't know.
What'd you hear?
Here, like, whoop, whoop, over there somewhere. What's in my head? Is this wood talking?
Yeah, the wood's coming alive.
Hey, that reminds me when they were dead when trees start coming alive and ripping you apart.
Yeah.
Hey, that reminds me I'm gonna come back free. In the game, we see the trees moving their mouths. Huh.
There's a camping spot right over there too.
Y'all have many camps than we have. I'm gonna tell you, this wood's got more camping ground than the other ones that didn't have that much.
True that.
The reason why this guy more, because this is the big woods here.
Yep.
You're walking in the big motherland now.
We'll do a couple hand claps right here.
Clap. Make it rain, make it clap, make it fall. That's what they say.
Alright.
Hop! Go! Idiot! Dot at all. You know how you say that? You gotta use your tongue.
Is that the Cherokee inside you?
Mm-hmm. The squirrel world trying to come in here.
We'll channel it however you can, man.
My mama's spirit, man. Look, that's what keeps me alive, man.
That's strong.
December 10th's coming. Be on a Friday.
Just gotta honor her.
Well, That's why I got the picture next to the Christmas tree. I always do. 'Cause I can't ever forget every time the night comes around, it just pops in my head like a videotape in my head. You see, some people can't do that. God, that was a good day.
Heck yeah, I'm glad we got to link up.
Yeah, nature and all that. Feels good. Makes me feel like I'm in peace in this world. Well, while I'm out there in the city, I'm out the world, Connor.
Yeah, you just gotta find the positive, man. Can't walk every day around mad at the world. Just gotta find the good, you know?
And it's not easy to find good in the world, you know. You gotta do it hard to find good.
Be the good.
Huh?
Be the good.
Yeah. And that's why I gave Marvin those batteries. I said, if you see Connor, you give it to him.
Awesome.
I told him that I'll give it to you or Jack Black or Dale Black, Jack Black, or give it to all that.
Have you ever listened to Daniel's radio show, Shedzilla?
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, he's done a Bigfoot episode.
Oh, he's still doing it?
Yep, every Friday he records. Pretty cool.
Really?
And then his is Captain Dan Rum on TikTok.
Couple damn rum.
Yeah.
This ain't no rum country.
Yeah,
Rum and blood.
he's a distant cousin of Captain Morgan. What's up, guys? We just left the Indiana Jones Bridge a little bit ago.
Jones hit. That was a good hit.
I know.
I love that bridge, man.
I've seen pictures of it online and a bunch of videos, and now we finally got to see it, you know?
For the first time.
Me and the Walking Legend.
Yep.
A lot of people know him from TikTok. He was in
Everybody knows who me, because I'm not that hard to find.
my video with him, got 700,000 views. And then we also casted a footprint deep in a cave.
Yep, we sure did.
But we're going to leave a Satsuma right here,
Hey, we never know.
because this is a perfect ledge for a gift.
Hey, it might be, remember that Arnold we saw? It might come back and get it. Who knows?
You're right.
Because they can climb. They can climb, too.
But this is a Satsuma, a seedless orange, which Jackson County, which we're not in, but we're close to, is the capital of the Satsuma world. They actually came originally from Asia through the New Orleans port.
These are Orleans.
And then brought all the way here. Yep. And it has to be a certain coldness to get the sweet. So they tried growing them down south. It just didn't work.
That's why you gotta keep that crap in the refrigerator.
So we're leaving it right here.
That's why you gotta keep that stuff in the refrigerator, because they don't, it ain't gonna work.
I'm very excited to check next time. And plus right here had a strange smell when we were walking up, and now it is gone. So that shows me that there was something watching
Hey, I
us.
bet you if you come back next year, I hope you'll be here.
Yeah, I definitely plan on coming back in the next few weeks.
Hey, I bet you by then it'll probably be rotten, but
Hopefully it's gone. What we need to do is set up a trail camera to, watch the motion, but we're ordering those for Christmas.
Hey, who knows? There might be a spirit throwing them off. Who knows?
True that. Now your mind's going.
Because spirits live in the trail world, in the woods. The crazy stuff happens in the woods is anyway.
The forest comes alive,
In
man.
the woods, I've caught a lot of stuff in the woods when I was in the woods, but I've caught a lot of stuff in the woods.
Yeah,
You wouldn't even imagine when I'm climbing.
the trees can walk.
Huh?
The trees can walk and the bushes can talk.
Yeah, like some animals, I counted them as well. If I had to, I would. If I had to, I will, but I did that too. You see the bad ones, not the good ones,
Right?
The bad ones just trying to kill you. Because in the Woodville woods, if you remember my mom's cemetery, the woods, by the fence, the woods, they got rid of it.
I'm glad you got to go back to the cemetery and visit your mom's grave, though.
The whole change, the cemetery changes a little lot down there now.
Times are changing. Just like Watchmen will tell you.
They didn't clean my mom's grave or my grandma's grave or the baby and Dave's grave. I had to clean them, so I cleaned them while I lived.
It's meant to be for you to show up.
Huh?
It was meant to be for you to show up.
Well, at least I cleaned them.
Yep.
At least I didn't. Everybody else was bad at it, but I did.
Like we always say out here when we're hiking, we leave it better than when we found it.
Yep, you're right about that. You know what's weird? On your phone, it's still light on your phone, it's still down on your phone.
Yeah, it has a pretty cool brightener on it.
That's crazy.
On here on the GoPro, it's pretty dark.
That's dope.
And to our eyes, we can definitely tell it's getting dark.
Hot. Yeah, like red eyes. It's like in the Predator movie, like the girl told the I was going to like the jungle, come alive and took it.
True that.
But it was the Predator that did that.
I think there is roots to reality in that Predator movie.
Hey, you know they made a game on the Predators too.
Hunting grounds.
Hey, but you know they made a video game about Predators too, though.
Oh yeah.
Like you actually could be the Predator itself. Like it's like the movie called Predator vs. Alien.
Mm-hmm.
They made a game out of that too. Did you know that?
Yeah, I remember.
Yep.
I liked all the Alien games. Conflict.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite Alien thing though is definitely the disaster Alien thing at Disney. Defunct Land, they made a good YouTube video about like the history behind it, but my mom used to be so scared of it because the alien breaks free and then you're trapped in your seats.
It's like at the end of the movie, they lay the egg inside the woman and the alien comes out her stomach.
Yeah.
That's the end of the movie anyway.
The xenomorphs.
Huh?
The xenomorphs.
Yep. You know how I'm walking so fast?
Huh.
Because of my mama's spirit in me, and my spirit, and my mom's spirit, and my spirit.
The mixture. That's your spirit animal.
Yeah, now I'm on it off a mortgage game. The other two is the wolf or the deer. I got my own spirit.
Yeah. You're part Wolverine. You're part star being. You're part extraterrestrial.
Out in Scotland.
And Irish, Scottish. Yep.
And real gypsy. And like he said in the movie, whenever they go freedom. I love that part, though.
100%.
That was back in Rome country.
I love Mel Gibson's movie Apocalypto.
That, like he made that God movie about God and Jesus.
Yep.
My mama, when she watched that, she cried.
Passion of the Christ. It's one of the most cursed movies ever made, they say.
My mama, she had that DVD of that movie. So guess who took it?
Yeah. Jim Caviezel, he's the man that played Jesus. He was struck by lightning while they were filming that.
And when he was on the cross, that's when my mama started crying.
It was a beautiful film.
You know, when they whipped him and tortured him, if he died, he was born again. They told him a man, he was born again. I can remember the end of the movie when he died and he was born again.
Yep.
He was born a man again, but he was naked. And that was it. He came back from the dead.
Reincarnation, man. The soul lives on.
I believe in you can survive or keep on surviving.
Yep.
I love these because you'll remember how you get back.
Yeah, a couple twists and turns back there. You know, there was spots that you could kind of get misdirected but luckily we did find the main trail back. Now we just gotta hope that one dense piece of swamp that we have to get past doesn't have any predators, and hopefully there's nobody waiting in the parking lot for us. Yeah, we gotta keep an eye out for that.
If it's gone, the crush could have put it on and gone.
Yeah, little juvenile Sasquatch gonna be warm tonight, and in the fly is the best
With a camel
on this side of the Mississippi.
Yep. I hope it ain't gone. Cause like that must mean your stick is gone too.
Yeah, sometimes we gotta, you know, accept it.
Yeah. The creek.
That's a nice little dam area down there.
Hey, that must be beavers. You know, beavers can build homes. Can build, you know, beavers they can make woods and they build the dam.
Yeah, it looked like a beaver dam down there.
You know what Dusty does to them? You blow them up.
Oh.
So they can make the river flow.
Yep.
That way they can keep the water flow. That way they can have water. Because you know, the water, they live in the woods.
Yep, sigh.
Uh-huh. Yep. He's still kicking.
Yeah, he is.
He had a canola brush, but he's still kicking. You know?
Here, could you hold this one with your, put your back down just for a second. Hold this with your other hand. I'm gonna weave a cookie.
Yeah, sure.
Just make sure that's pointed towards me with the cookie.
I will. I got you. I see you. I got you in good view.
Thank you, thank you.
Someone's gotta do it.
We're gonna leave a few chocolate chip cookies for whoever's hungry out here in the forest.
Might be down the dillo.
Yeah. I don't know if they like chocolate chip, but it's just a fun experiment to see if we can raise some curiosity.
Who knows, right?
Right. And that's all we're doing.
Yep.
We'll see if they like raisin ones more next time.
You know, I love the, you know, on the fall you can play dynasty games too.
What do you do in the game?
You can hunt like you do on the show.
Nice. I didn't know if you like raced boats or four-wheeled or hunted.
You go hunting, shoot bottles and all that. Go duck hunting. Hey, you know, they also put the dynasty game on the floor.
Yeah, I've gotten a few of them traded in.
I had that game on the free.
Wonder if there's any differences in the four. That's a cool little shot right there of you crossing the bridge.
Watch the legend.
Yes, sir.
Never die. Never say die.
Never, never.
That's what the goody said. That's what I look right there. I want to go home. It's like, we can't. There's no time up here. We put our time up here. We can't go home. It's like that, you know that big guy with the weird face?
Yep.
He was actually looked like that for real.
Yeah, he was a nice guy though.
Yeah. He died too.
He kind of looked like a Sasquatch. Let's do one of our calls that he did.
Kakuka! That's what he said too.
It might work.
It's like Kakuka!
Here, let's just be quiet and see if one comes back.
Might. Not yet.
Not yet, but we still got a long way back to the car.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll hear one.
That's all it takes.
Maybe an old man will hear one eventually. Hopefully one day we'll hear it.
Got to manifest it in your mind. Think about it and then it'll happen, you know?
You never know. You gotta keep your head up and believe in something, you know?
Kind of sounded like there was like an echo back there.
Yeah, because remember I told you I heard something back there? Remember I told you?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I heard that. That's why I heard it.
Yeah, I just farted, but then I heard something running in the woods over
I heard
there.
you fart, but I didn't hear that.
I heard it. It was right after.
You farted 3 times already.
That's what it's about.
Hey, you know, I don't flirt. I'll flirt when I get ready to flirt, you know.
When you're out here in nature, might as well fart.
Hey, that reminds me of Ace Ventura. That reminds me.
Yeah, we're definitely similar to Ace Ventura.
Hey, don't get me wrong. He reminds me of, he was telling me like Doodle and Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Talk the animals and all that. When Eddie Murphy, the first one, he was like losing his mind. And his wife was here believing. At the end, they believed him. Because he had a gift. He had a gift, and at the end of it, he saved the tiger's life by having a headache.
It's just like how Tarzan could communicate with the animals too.
Huh?
Just like how Tarzan could communicate with the animals.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I got the game on my phone.
What system is it from?
The Tennessee 4 version.
Oh wow. Yeah, the Disney one. That's awesome.
I got gloves and all there. I got on them all last night.
Keep your eyes open, guys, for eye shine.
And I like them because you can use you know, you can use teeth. You know what teeth are, don't you?
Yep.
I can't die, and I can't die.
R1, R2, L1, R2, left down, right up, left down, right up. I still memorize the cheats.
Hey, I got it in my head. I don't have to remember it. I always got it in my head. You know why I can't forget?
Why?
You gotta push the T button. You know the words will pop up about cheat codes.
Yep.
They put check on them, and they work. And that's what I do. That's what I do with the sailor. That's what I do with the sailor. The older the time. That way I can get him big and grown. Lick the grown. And you know, like you got to short it because if it don't lick it.
My favorite part of Ocarina of Time is when you train your horse to jump over the wall.
Yeah, the older the rank.
And then when you train it to jump over that waterfall.
And then I also remember at one part, you grab a chicken and fly.
Yep. And the fishing. You can get,
I love the fishing in the game. I love the fishing.
you could get a certain lure and catch a giant fish, and I watch on YouTube how to do it.
I love it. One time I said how much it weighs, because it stays too on there. If you catch it, it'll pop up how much it weighs and all that. That's cool.
Yeah, it is.
I can remember those kids. I can still remember them. I can recognize them in my head. Hey, you get that did you get that one video about the Zelda movie about the mask?
Yeah, Majora's Mask.
Yeah, it's like it was like part of a movie or something.
Yeah, it's a fan fiction.
Did you saw it?
Yep.
Was that crazy?
Very cool.
Hey, I know it was a movie.
Yep.
But it shows you how the mask. It shows you what he looked like before he put the mask on himself.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like a chick. He looked like kind of chicken or something on his face.
Right.
But the mask took over him. When he put the mask on, he was still going back.
It's kind of like Jim Carrey, the mask. And that's Loki's mask from, you know, of course, Marvel and Norse mythology. He's the trickster. He's the Joker.
Yeah. They also made a game of that too. So like a Sega version, Super Nintendo version, you name it.
Right.
You know, in Zelda, you go in woods too. Because you know, at the beginning of the game, Zelda came from the woods anyway.
Yeah, in the Deku Forest.
It's called Lockwood.
Yep.
That's where I'm going, that Dukum tree.
Yeah, the Deku tree.
Mm-hmm. That's where at the end of that bitch, you gotta fight the overgrade.
Mm-hmm. I love these kind of things when it's like a central thing around the path and you can go left, you can go right.
And
right
you know
around
where
it.
to go.
Yeah.
I hope your jacket's not gone, man.
We'll see.
Your stick was gone.
Yeah.
I feel bad for your jacket, though.
Yeah, I just took the tags off of that jacket.
Is that the only jacket you got?
It's the only vest I got. I used to have an awesome vest that I wore when I was at college, Bowling Green.
Hey, I saw, you know those old videos? There's like I saw one video your friends were playing pool or something like that.
Yeah.
That was back in your college days?
Yup, and even before college, that was my old house.
Oh, you been with the pool table with it?
Yup, that was my pool table growing up.
That was your house?
Yep.
What happened to it?
It sold. My mom sold it, and then I lived at my buddy Adam's house for a couple months.
That way you move out, that's why every day you have to live in your car?
Yup, I lived at my buddy's house for a couple months doing tile and grout, like laying down, you know, the floor.
And remember you told me you had to piss in the bottle when you had roommates around?
Yup.
Hey, I understand because I had to be in the bottle too. I didn't like them either. Hey, I live on my own. I can do what I want now. I don't have to wait for roommates on my butt all the time now.
Yeah, you're a free man.
You know how many roommates I've been through? 6, 7 of them, man.
A lot.
I went on the place of my own and you know what? I got one now.
You earned it.
You're right about that. At least it's very on street anyway.
Right. Still bright enough on the video on the phone?
A little bit.
Let me see what it looks like.
Ain't that much.
Just try to stay close to the light. Just shine it where I'm shining the light.
That's what I'm trying to keep it at.
Good job.
That's exactly what I'm doing. I got you. I can see you.
Good job. That's all we can do.
Yeah. What's left of it?
The people listening live, hopefully they can point us out.
I see a couple people pop up, but not much. I saw a couple people pop in.
The power's inside of us.
Yep. Hey, we should maybe didn't find a bomb.
Not yet, at least.
I'm wondering if I saw you found both bottles. That was sick, no.
Well, we did see the alcohol bottle that was in the dam.
That's what you went and saw the battle movie that time.
Yep.
That was like months ago now.
But it's always forever.
You see how time flies though?
Yeah, it does.
Hey, as soon as it's over, you're in the battle. Listen, next year to come by. Hopefully next year will be better than this year.
I think it will be.
I hope so. Next year I'll be 20, I'll be 32. And if it's probably 23, I'll be 43, but I didn't want to that.
Heck yeah.
I'll be still kicking. Oh yeah, that's the one that all the dildos showed up. See, I got my own mind.
You definitely do.
Now, I see the old dildo right there. I say, hey, look, the old dildo. That's what I said, and I scared it. But if you didn't scare it, it'd be standing there staring at you. If you don't scare it, it won't move. Well, if you scare it enough, it'll move. You know that?
That's the science behind it.
Hey, you maybe didn't have no, how you said.
Didn't have any what?
No, the machete thing you got.
Oh, machete? Yeah.
You maybe didn't have to use it, because they didn't have to.
Never say never.
Hey, have I ever told you I was living in the woods all the time? I used to have one.
Did you have to use it?
Well, if you have veins looking down on it, I had to.
Right.
Because your veins, like poison ivy, you have to cut it. That way you don't get poison ivy. Well, if I move out of there, I threw it in the woods somewhere. I think I found it too. But I left it 8 years ago. It's still there.
Bunch of frogs. They're all showing themselves.
Huh?
A bunch of frogs. They're all jumping around.
Hey, you know the machete I had?
Yeah.
It was still there, but the blade was bad.
Oh, wow. Might have to find someone.
It was still there now.
You left it at the cemetery and you found it again?
No, it was in the woods, by her grave.
Oh,
in the woods.
Wow.
But the woods is not there no more. They took the woods out.
Gotcha.
I don't know why they do that.
And you used to live in the woods.
Yeah, that's where I was from. That's where the walking legend started.
That's crazy. Yeah, you used to sleep by your mom's grave, sadly, after she passed.
If I pooped in the woods and all that, I came on my mom's grave. I sit by her grave after that.
That's why you're tougher than most.
Gas station, the poop in the toilet and all that. Here's another two and all that. Yeah, I was at the store. When it was by my mom's grave, I slept there. And I did what I had to do, Connie.
Yeah, you're tough, man. You got a mean spirit inside of you, in a good way.
Yeah, at least you understand, you know. Some people don't.
Yep.
At least you understand. Apple understands too, you know. I've been working with her almost 4 years now. Because me and her got a good bond, you know.
Yeah, you guys have good rapport.
Because we've been working almost 4 years together now. You know what I can't stand?
What?
People getting off bands. I can't stand it, dude. I can still see you. With my good eyes, I can still see.
Good.
It ain't that dark yet. But it will be soon when we get out of here.
It's getting dark.
We're walking in the dang maze.
It is, yeah.
We're still in the woods.
Yeah, we were far back, that's for dang sure.
Hey, now I'm going to have the movie called Lost Woods or Lost Boys. Matter of fact, Lost Woods.
Just heard like an owl over there.
Cabin fever.
Yeah,
When
cabin
you walk in the woods, you can't find no way back. You lost.
cabin fever is a good one.
Like in Dead Evil. First deal in Dead Evil. Like in the game. Like in the movie ran the game. But in the movie, the bridge, the trees take the bridge off. So they couldn't leave. That's what happened in the movie, Connie.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they couldn't escape.
Kind of like Wrong Turn. There's a bird right up there. I don't know if it's an owl. Hey, birdie. We don't mean to bother you. Watch out for this hole on the right.
Oh, yeah.
Gollum. Oh, man. Where is this bird?
Yeah, the hole right there, Connor. Be careful right there.
The bird sounded big and it kept just flying like just a couple
It
feet.
wasn't no owl because it did woo. It didn't do that.
Right.
If it did, it'd be an owl.
Or it's not trying to reveal itself and it might go hoo hoo after we leave.
Yeah, after they get shot. You know, birds sometimes don't want to do nothing when you every time I go to that bridge every time, I see 3 or 4 birds fly over my head every time.
Nice.
Every time I go up there, there's birds fly around every time.
That'd be something. That'd be something if an alligator was on the trail and we had to go around them.
You hear me, Connie?
Yeah, flying in circles around you.
Yeah, there's like a round and it goes around and it goes back and forth. It's like nature. It's like I'm on that bridge, I feel like I'm living in peace, Connor. In my own peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that bridge is definitely represents you, man.
The walking legend bridge.
100%. And you're definitely the talk of the town.
Always gotta be.
It's
I'll be the last one. I'll be the last one. I'll be the last one.
I'm glad the police know about you there because, yeah, after people called the cops on you, you got it set straight.
It was one cop back from my ID because everybody around was saying, oh, he was going to suicide himself. They don't know that.
Yeah, you get there just to get away, man. That's your piece of place.
Well, don't call a cop on me. I don't need that crap in my life. Because I got no problems. I do. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
How never do like you be on the bridge, somebody start cop on you for being up there.
Yeah, I would hate it. I've had people call the cops on me. I've had people threaten my life.
You go there at the bridge?
Nope, just minding my own business.
Well, I'll be minding my business at the bridge. Well, I haven't the cops ain't bothering me yet. I hope that's a good thing.
Right.
I don't bother nobody. I don't. God. I could have sworn to God from this woods, this thing's hard to get out of these.
I know, I'm glad we turned around when we did, because I could have just kept going and it would have been even darker and later. I knew we only... And the cell reception's pretty bad back here, so we'd have to camp out.
I get you out. You might can't see because of the glasses, but I can see. I got green eyes.
Yeah, the green eyes help you see at night.
You can look at my eyes, I can see my glasses up, you can see my eyes are green though. I got my mama's eyes see it. Her eyes were green too. But my mama, her eyes were brown though.
Wow.
But my mama's daddy, his eyes were green. So that makes sense though.
It's interesting how the genetics work. I remember doing that in chemistry and stuff, trying to figure out who would have the dominant eye color and the different traits.
You can see at night.
I have blue eyes.
And that makes you hard to see at night. Well, me and Connor, I can see like a hog at night.
I hope no hogs see us tonight.
I hope not. Get out of here.
There's a good movie, Australian horror movie called Boar, and one of the ex-WWE guys, Nathan Jones.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
Yeah, he's in it.
Like I said, Connor, after this trail, after this, I'm done. I'm ready. Play my thing on my phone, wait for Christmas, I'm done. Until next year, Connor. Hey, Connor.
Yeah.
Next year, you can come back here.
Yeah, we can.
You can plan next year to come back.
Hopefully Tristan and Cameron will come with us.
That'd be a good idea. But hey, they better what's up there said that there's a lot of booze trash in here.
Yeah, there is.
But that contrary, they said, like Nancy Drake always says, watch your step when you go in the woods, because you don't want to fall in no ditch in the hole.
Right.
That's what David Drake said. You know David Drake?
Yep.
That's what he was saying to Gabby.
I'm excited for the movie. Mark Wahlberg, Tom Holland.
I'm gonna wait because on YouTube or DVD, I might grab the DVD.
I'm gonna see it in theaters.
Cause I got DVD movies, but I was going to play more because you know what I'm waiting for? You know what I'm going to do about my appointment?
Yeah, they'll have a bunch of movies for sale.
They're like $5, you can't beat that. $5, that ain't bad.
Wonder if they'll have my movie Zillafoot there.
They probably will one day, you never know.
Yeah.
Hey, if you ever see a dog there with $5, grab that, grab it.
Oh, I definitely will.
$5, you can't beat that.
It's at Walmart now for like 14.
14, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's a new movie.
Yeah, is that why they raised it for $14 for that movie?
Yeah, I paid 22.
You think it should be $22 for it, you think?
Well, I got a poster with mine, so it's kind of worth it.
Yeah.
But I get to talk about it, so that's the fun part.
Well, at least the Hollywood can see you now, Hollywood.
And you and I saw Void Cat together, and that was awesome.
That was dope.
We just got accepted into another festival. I don't know if you saw my post today. It's a film carnival out in Los Angeles, and we got selected, so I'm really excited to see what the heck happens with that.
Is it still going on?
It's in late December or early January where it actually happens, so we just got selected today. Yep, they're gonna vote on it, they're gonna watch it, it's a live event.
I just hope they like it, I hope they do.
I'm sure they will.
Some people got different taste, you know?
For sure. If they like monsters, then they're gonna like our movie.
I like horror anyway.
Yeah.
You know me.
I do.
I love horror and action, you know that. It's like I like Nathan Drake.
Yep.
I am Nathan Drake.
Yes, you are. Nice.
And that's what he does in the game too.
Yeah, he does.
And part 3, he goes in the desert. You know, he was about to die. He crawled over in the hole. He was having flash, like he was having the garage, like he was in the desert. He was having flashbacks, and he was like hallucinating because he didn't have no water in his body. He was hallucinating.
I've hallucinated before from heat stroke or almost heat stroke.
That's why when you walking 100 miles, you gotta have water, man.
Yep.
Well, you see something?
I hear something. It's right over there.
Oh God. What is it? What is that?
I'm not sure. Be quiet.
Look, a chicken or something. Look, I saw a little yellow bird or something.
Most likely it's just an armadillo.
Yeah, we need to get out before they come out again. They could bite on it. My papa always told me, they'll bite because they give you wages. That's what my papa always told me, you need to put them down before they put you down. My papa always told me that. When you see them, go ahead and just shoot them.
There used to be giant armadillos as big as Volkswagen Beagles and big yellow buses that used to be in Florida.
Like to eat armadillos?
Yeah.
Because he goes up and fall on the ground, pick them up, and they would eat them. Hope we get out of here. Hope we get out of here soon.
Whoop! Whoop! Whoop!
Woo! You see something?
No, not yet.
I ain't seen nothing either. Well, what we got? Remember you told me to be quiet? I saw some stuff in yellow.
Yeah.
It was like, I could have sworn it looked like a yellow bird or something.
That's weird.
That is weird.
It's like Tweety.
Yeah, when I looked back at it, it was gone.
Maybe it was a skinwalker.
It could have been, who knows?
Or a skin fly or a night flyer. A skybird.
But it wasn't, it was not for the garage.
Could have been Zapdos.
You know, you ever saw the movie called Army now?
Yep.
They were the dancers, and they was about to die because they was hallucinating because they had no water. They had water, but they ran out, and they was getting hydrated out there. Hey, matter of fact, that movie you can watch on YouTube too.
Mm-hmm.
Small Soldiers, they made the game. I used to remember when I was a kid, back in 2001, I was 11, 2002, I was 12. I can remember the first edition one. I can remember I played Small Soldiers, the one version. And I played Harry Potter Sorcerer's Stone, the first movie that ever came out with the game.
Yeah, I remember that on PlayStation 1.
That was a good game though.
Small Soldiers was awesome because that, you know, that darker creature, that's kind of like a Sasquatch.
Yeah.
It's like a wolf man.
You're right about that.
These trees remind me of the Mayaca skunk ape photos.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Can't beat that. Hey, we need to ask this, so what he thinks about all this.
Yeah, for sure.
Huh?
Yeah, for sure. We could maybe he'll cover it on his breaking news show.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Breaking news, walking legend,
and Iron Bigfoot and Iron Anonymous.
Yeah.
I keep hearing crowd moving in the bushes, man.
I know. There's stuff all around us. Yep.
That's creepy, though. That's kind of weird. I remember in the other woods we didn't hear all that.
Yeah, it's really coming to life at night, and we're pretty far back here, so.
Hey, you want to know why they do that? Because it's a bigger wood.
Yep.
A lot of bushes back here, you got to be careful.
The Apalachicola National Forest is down in this region, and there have been Sasquatch reports of telepathy and giant basketball-sized orbs around this area. And Chris has been really pumped about the Ocheesee Pond Wild Man recently.
Yep. I'm a Ocheesee Wild Man.
Yeah, the one that was captured in the 1800s. And then it was sent to the Capitol, and then the governor sent it to Chattahoochee Hospital. Yesterday, I was at Chattahoochee Hospital, and I made a little video about it. Very crazy.
Did you know, back in 1800, you know the first Red David, the Red David 82 game?
Mm-hmm.
The first one? There's Bigfoot in that too.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing the YouTube videos.
Also the Red Dead Nightmare, the first one.
Sasquatch is in that?
Had, Bigfoot in it.
Oh, wow.
You know how many I killed in there?
Many?
Like 4 or 5.
Oh, wow. There's a new PC game called Bigfoot, and...
Because John Monson told him, you know Bigfoot in that game, it talks.
Wow.
So, I didn't eat no baby. That's what the Bigfoot said.
Wow, the Bigfoot talks in Red Dead?
Yeah, the first Red Dead.
That's great information, Chris.
Not in the original game, but on the Nightmare, does.
Got you.
Why should you know that?
Now we know.
I know because I done it. I did my research too now. I used to have the game. I used to have it. I beat that game too many times. I beat that game 100 times or more I can remember. And I also read that Nightmare where you complete the game. Hey, you got to still here, thanks.
Luckily.
Hey, thank God Bigfoot didn't steal it.
Yeah. So we walked 1.6 miles to Penny Bridge, plus we walked probably a mile past it too.
You know how many miles I walked today?
How far?
You know.
We got to make it to the Apple Bridge next time.
Mm-hmm. Well, where's that one at? That way?
I think it's just 0.8 miles farther than the two pennies, so we were right next to it.
What's all that pointing that way? They should put different directions.
Yeah.
So that way you know where to go. Hey, at least you got your jacket on, thank God.
Yep. But it still could be a trap. Someone could leave us the jacket so that we think we're safe.
Who knows who saw it? Hey, the stick you had could have been Bigfoot probably took it.
Yeah, he gave it to his son.
Oh, he did.
When I was in the Green Swamp, I was with a awesome researcher named Wynette, and she found a walking stick that she thinks was left by Sasquatch. So you give, you get. It's the cycle of life.
Yeah. Those sticks right there, homemade, they're hard to make those things.
Oh, you're telling me.
You say your friend made that stick, didn't you?
He was gifted it from overseas, and then he gifted it to me. Yeah.
Did you tell him what happened to it?
Yep, I told him.
What did he say about it?
He said it happens. I've lost many sticks too.
In the woods, you never know. Fairy tales took in it. It could have been fairy tales. It could have been. Who knows?
Yeah, it could have been a lost hiker that absolutely needed it. So I'm glad it played its purpose.
Yeah.
January is about to be awesome with the Great Florida Bigfoot Conference. Then in June.
I hope it worked out for you there.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Tristan, Cameron gonna go with me, and we're gonna meet up with Stacy Brown. He's from Wakulla, Crawfordville. Plus a bunch of other friends from Outcast Paranormal, Marie Demont, Desiree, Tim Turner, RPG. Really excited to meet Lauren Coleman, Lyle Blackburn, Maria from RPG's Right Hand Camp, Expedition Bigfoot. But just seeing everybody, like CD Squatcher, Barb Santee, all the other faces of the community, Bigfoot Dave, Florida Lone Wolf, hope Central Florida Matt's back there. Mogial Monster, if he's not in Arizona by then, hope to see him. And BF Bud's coming down. Flat Rock Booger will be there. So it's all family, man. I'm just so excited.
Hey, at least you got family. I don't got no family.
Yeah, you gotta create your own family, Chris.
Hey, that's why I got after.
Yep, you're right.
That's why I got Nelly in the company itself. They're like my family.
You're making the most of it.
Yeah, just like you would say, blood quicker than water.
Yep.
You know that's the Clay song, you know that, right?
100%. Crenshaw.
And Garth Brooks wrote that song too. Because he's still married to Trish Underwood. He's still married to her still. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
He's still, they still together.
Nice.
Hey, remember Tim McGraw and Faith Hill?
Yeah, I love that song.
You know, Faith Hill and Tim McGraw, they used to be married and all that. They got boys in it. They never went back together yet.
You know the one song is like over and over again.
Yeah.
Got dark, that's for sure.
You still see?
Yeah, let's turn the flashlight off for a second. Yep, dark.
Look at my eyes. Tell me don't tell me they're not green.
They're green.
Put the light and look at them. Tell me they're not green.
They're green.
I can see like a dang eagle, man.
Yeah.
I can still see like a dang. I can still see trees far away. I can still see.
Yeah.
Mhm. My mama always told me if you have green eyes, you can see weird stuff more than everybody else can.
I've heard that too, so she was on the right path, man.
So that means I got other gifts too in my eyes.
It all makes sense when you were born, your star chart, even how heavy you were, your weight and your height. It was all math, man. I'm here with the walking legend at the famous zombie house from Zombie Earth. An awesome book written by Stephen O'Pry.
Like the night of the living dead.
Yes, sir.
Classic and the original.
It goes all the way from
Original
Tallahassee.
1968.
Tallahassee.
We make 1990 when I was born.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, guys? So I found this $30 lottery ticket while I was hiking near my house. I just stopped at a gas station on the way to work, and it was really chaotic, and I just asked her just to scan it, and the vibes were just really weird, and it was really loud, so I couldn't hear, and she's like, nope, not a winner. And then she just threw it in the garbage. So then I ran outside, you know, just to make it on time. And then I'm like, hey, that's mysterious. So I ran back. I'm like, hey, could we get that? No, I just got interrupted by my homie Ripple. Hey! Couldn't scare you today. Me and him were born together. Now I'm reporting live from an abandoned trailer that has had rumors of paranormal activity and also squatters. So some people supposedly have been living here for free. That's why there's been a lot of, oh shoot, sound like there's a snake. Gotta keep our eyes peeled. And the door is swinging open. Hey, is anybody in there? Very spooky vibes. And the sky is about to fall. Everybody hold on tight. A wild ride is coming. What is up, Gypsy Road family? It's Bigfoot Anonymous reporting live from the Panhandle of Florida. The skies are getting dark, so there's a little pep in my step here at the Chipotle Primitive Baptist Church. It was founded in the late 1800s. This is one of the most haunted places here in town. As you can see, the window is broken. Used to find random shoes around here. This is known as the hanging tree. A lot of people are trying to take it down, but I think it's man's problem, not the trees. I've spent a lot of nights out here, and there's weird specters and orbs. Of course, graveyards are hot spots for gremlins, ghouls, and even Bigfoot. I've heard a lot of strange things in those woods right over there. Beware.
The flesh of the unguided and non-believers fuel this void.